And we're live. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How the devil art thou, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Is It Just Us?
Is it?
Is it? Is it? Well, we'll find out sooner or later. As always, joining me is my main man, Russ, Comicbook, Blackbelt, Leach. Russ, do you want to let people not just know where they can find you, but tell them about something very important that's happening tomorrow?
Yes, right. Okay, you can find me on YouTube as Comicbook Blackbelt. You can get me at russleach.com. You can find me at comicbookblackbelt.com. You can find out more about my book, Only Death Can Save Us, at onlydeathcansavus.com, which is currently in pre-campaign mode. So you can still get yourself a sticker if you, a nice Only Death Can Save Us sticker, if you commit to and support any of the tiers in the main campaign, which will be live sometime during the day tomorrow. If you're on my email list, you will be receiving an email to tell you when it is live, so you can come and back it. Oh yes. I will also be hanging out on a number of streams tomorrow night. I have a list. You can come find me around 5 o'clock on my channel. You can find me then over at Rotten Glory's channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 7 p.m. GMT. Then you can find me and Lucifer on together at 9 o'clock. You can then find me again over on Wise Guy's channel at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, or no, that's 11 o'clock UK time. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're getting silly times now.
Oh, yeah.
I'll then be on with Marshall Lee, the fantastic Marshall Lee, at a reasonable time in the States in Eastern Standard Time of around 9 o'clock, but stupid o'clock, 2 p.m. in the morning. And then at 2 p.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. And then at 4 a.m. in the morning, I'll be in Australia. I've gone all the way to Australia via the magic that is the interwebs to be with Michael Bancroft. And for all you guys that are watching us in the States, that's 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So anyone in the States will have a nice evening. I will be completely wankered. But there you go. It's going to be a great day, and it's all going to be launched tomorrow. And so you can also find me on the Twitter, on the Fleecebook, over on Instagram, and on the Parlay.
Fantastic. And you can find me helping Jeremy through his latest come down. Or you could just go to luciferstorm.com. That would probably be the better one to do. And don't worry, Jeremy's going to be coming up in the show very shortly for those of you who are excited by the thumbnail for this particular episode. But first, we need to do the musical interlude.
Go for it.
Oh. Station! Can you guess what I watched last night? My only fucking day off in the week, and I decided to spend it watching like all three Bill and Ted's back to back. And can I just say a good evening to Stinch Whackbacker, who, funnily enough, I believe Stinch is joining us on next week's episode. I'm fucking looking forward to that. And we've also got Wakey J87 with us. Good evening, Wakey. How the devil art thou? And of course, Salazar Art Nation.
Frank.
How the devil art thou? Who we need to try and get these guys on the show as well. Because they're
definitely.
both making comic books, man. They're both making comic books.
They're making the comic books. Yeah,
we need
definitely.
to get them on.
Some other news in scheduling after my ridiculous scheduling. We are thinking of moving the show at some point, are we not?
Yes, this is true. I think at the beginning of October, we're going to be moving the show from Mondays to Sundays.
Yep.
Okay, because it's just going to work out a lot easier for our guests and things like that. There's a lot that's gone into it, but it was a very easy decision to make. So we're going to keep reminding you guys of that until it happens. Like I said, I think it's first Sunday of October will be the first time we go on Sunday. So I've been looking forward to this all fucking day. We've had some comments on some of our episodes. That's and nice. Now they haven't stated that they are for Jeremy, but because of the nature of them, I can't think of who else they're for. So we need to bring Jeremy out as soon as possible. Good evening, everybody. How is everyone? How is it? I'm going to take over the world and I'm going to destroy all your dreams. I'm working on it. So, Jeremy, you've got fans. Of course I have. Everyone loves me. Everyone.
Even I love Jeremy.
Of course. Because Russ will be my wife one day. I'm working on it. I'm coming for you, Russ. Don't you worry. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for everyone, actually. You're all going down. Now, Jeremy.
Literally.
Yeah. Now, Jeremy, you've had some people leave you comments. Oh, goody. Would you like to respond to them? Now, how good is your reading? Not very. That's going to make this even more interesting. So, first of all, here's the first one that you had. Okay, who's this? Lenny Gonad. She says apparently that she is very hairy. Am I right in saying that? You're close, mate. You're fucking close. Well, okay. Who's the next one?
She looks like she may be all tied up waiting for you. Oh,
I like it that way. I really do. If you're happy and you know it's not cocaine. No, not now, Jeremy. Okay. Spoil spot. Okay, so this next one, Jeremy, can you read that one? Gary Edgar. And it says, Birdie 27. Anyone want to shoe her with... I don't know what it says. Russ, can you read it to me? I'm not ready. I don't have my glasses.
Does anyone want to do this with me?
I want to do
There's some symbols afterwards.
He looks cute. I won't lie. But he's not my type. Okay, now we got a couple of more, Jeremy. Don't worry, there's some more. There better be. Oh look, it's that chick again. Hold on. I'm noticing a pattern.
Is that a different name though?
I believe it is.
It's the same pic.
I'm noticing a pattern here. And they have said that they are Vari herpes. I told you I need my glasses. I need my glasses. Who's next? Hold on.
Murphy.
Hold on. This one says Murphy belly button, and she is Signal. And I thought I was high. I was high, but clearly not. Is there any? Oh my God! It's another one.
Oh, Sabrina McGrath.
Subaru McGurf. Girth. I'm not liking where this is going.
Girth.
Is she one of them lady boys? I don't know. She looks a bit like my wife. And it says, hi gays. What's she trying to say? Is she accusing me of something? Is that a personal attack?
I think it might be a slur. Yes.
I think it could be. Any more? Oh look! It's the same chick with a different name. It's Safari Decoration. and she says phantasm.
Phantasm. I think that's what she may be having. A phantasm.
I don't think she's real. Oh, really, Jeremy?
No, really.
Really? What gave that away? It's her spelling. That's what gave it away. Hold on.
Again. You might.
We got Iodine Drummer Boy. What an unfortunate name. Her parents must really hate her.
Yeah, Drummer Boy. That's a funny name.
And she is also very hairy. Any more? Just one more, Jeremy.
One more comment.
And would you look? It's Elon Musk. And it says, I'm Alan.
Alan.
I hear Alan's a slag, but that's just something I heard on the grapevine. Okay, are you happy with that, Jeremy? Very. When are they going to make T-shirts of me? I think they should, I think they should. I'm going to be a superstar. And when I am, I'm coming for all of you. You have been warned. Yay! Right, let's put you away, Jeremy. Okay. So that is a new section for the show. If you want to say anything to Jeremy, you know how to use the comment section.
They were stunning and brave comments.
They were, mate. They were super stunning, super brave, especially that Alan.
I didn't know that all those people look the same. It's amazing, isn't it?
Not only are they identical, they've got the same camera. They've got the same photographer, the same lighting. It looks like they live in the same fucking house.
And they all get into the same position and get tied up. It's amazing.
Right. And it just goes to show that our show is so good that even the bots love it and come to our show weekly.
Our bullshit brings all the bots to the yard. That's the way it works.
And can I just say a good evening to people in the chat who've just turned up? So we got Captain Fuckhead. How the devil art thou, good sir?
Hello, Mr.
We have Crimson Owl Comics. How the devil art thou, sir? And of course, we have my main man, Too Far Tony, in the comment section.
Tony's here.
Good man. So anyway, we should really get back into our normal structure of the fucking show, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Now that we've let Jeremy had more time than he should ever have on anyone's show. So Russ, how the devil art thou? What the fuck have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Good Lord. It's been non-stop. I've been preparing my campaign, which will be, as I said at the start of the show, which will be live tomorrow. I've been organizing, getting on other people's streams, and they've been very kind to invite me. And I've been, wherever possible, doing some inking as well on the book. I can show you some inking.
Oh, please do.
Show you a quick ink. Where are we? How do I do this again? Share screen, application window, Clip Studio Paint, isn't it? There you go. There's some inking.
Here we go. Oh, hello.
There's some inking.
Hello.
And there's some more inking. Oh,
nice.
Rawr. There you go. And
that's a very Kirby-esque panel, if you ask me.
Thank you. That's the idea. That's what it's going to be. And this is the colors for the poster.
Oh, I love that shot. That
That's
shot is fucking.
Thank you, Mr. Frederick Head. He was because I put out a little question to a few people, and I did two sketches of potential setups for the poster, and this was by far and away the most popular. But the most coherent answer came from Captain Frederick Head. So
who funnily enough has got one hell of a comment I'm putting up right now. When is Jeremy's OnlyFans talk? You are not the first person to suggest that Jeremy has
we're definitely gonna have to get some t-shirts done.
Oh hell yes. Hashtag cancel Jeremy.
Cancel Jeremy. Oh yeah, I like that. So so that's partly what I've been doing this week. So I'll stop sharing there. There's enough of that.
That's fucking sweet. That like every time you show me more of the fucking book, I'm like, fucking hell, this thing's gonna be killer, man. It's gonna be fucking solid.
I hope so. And now the other thing that I've been doing is I just had to, which took me time this morning, was I had to quickly run through the 8-page preview that has a cover on it, which makes it 9, but it's an 8-page preview. Because Rick, the scriptwriter, had got back to me with the amended dialogue, and it's like, this is superb. Just what he's done to it. It sounds silly because it's not a huge amount, but it's just the way that he forms the script, the way that he forms the dialogue has made a fantastic difference. And I think it's really going to work at the end when it all comes together. It's the story's going to shine, and he's going to be involved in the next book as well. So that's good news. That's good news.
Oh,
so that's what I've been doing basically. It's just, and it's going to be like that for the next 8 weeks, I suppose.
At fucking minimum.
It's going to be mental, absolutely mental. So, So what have you been doing?
I've been trying to keep Jeremy off my fucking back, which is a constant, to be honest with you. And still working on Lady Satan. I'm also going to be part of an anthology for CB Smallwood. He's doing a Wildcat anthology.
Oh, nice.
Now, I think it was last year. It may have actually been a bit later than that. I said to him, look, I got an idea for like a short Wildcat story. I'm going to write it for you and send it to you, which I did. And he really fucking dug it. And I really enjoyed writing the character, because normally I don't write characters like Wildcat. So when I saw that he was sort of like, just going out there and going, oh, would anyone be interested? I was like, yeah, fucking me. I've got a couple of ideas already. So I've been playing about with that story, which has been real fun, because it's I tend to write more character-driven stuff, so it's nice to be put in a position where I have to write like plot-driven stuff like that, especially for like a shorter page count and everything. But yeah, I've spent most of it working on the same fucking page for Lady Satan, because I'm an asshole to myself, apparently. Because I like to pick things and go, you know what? I think I'll draw the Eiffel fucking Tower. Not that I've ever done that before. And
I saw that. That's it's incredibly brave of you. But you see, that's
would it be stunning as well?
It's stunning and brave. That's the problem when you've got the kind of style that you've got, which is a very clean, accurate style. Like, although I use quite smooth brushes and I like a clean look to what I'm doing, at the same time I can blob a bit. Do you know what I mean? So there are times when I can go and get some architectural photography and, damn it, run it through a filter.
There you go.
And I can get away with that, because of the kind of stuff, but you can't get away with that. You have to draw it because of the way that your style is. So all my hats are off to you, good sir, for doing that.
Bless you, darling.
Because that's hard work, and you're doing it very well.
It fucking is hard work, and it's whenever I have to spend more than one day on a panel, I start kicking myself and go, for fuck's sake. And I think like the other issue that I have is where I work digitally at the moment, I try not to zoom in, especially now that I've got this 22-inch Cintiq. I'm kind of like, right, don't zoom in. And then before I know, I'm like, fuck, I've zoomed in real.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But I find like when I work on paper, I can kind of like get through it quicker because there is no zoom. I can all I can do is pick up the paper and get it like this close to my fucking face. And that's not going to make a fucking difference.
I restrict myself on the way that I draw. So I draw at 55%. At 300 DPI. Russ blobes. That's in between blob and lobe? Yes. All over me. Yeah. Do it. Do it. And so I work at 55% at 300 DPI, and that works just right because it comes out just a little bit larger, but around the same size as if you were working on an actual A3 page.
Yeah.
So your brush stroke and everything is as per. But because of the way that digital works, when you do some fine work in the real world, so like say somebody's face or something, you use shorter strokes and you get in closer. But the digital won't let you do that. So you have to zoom in a bit. So what I do is I go at 55 and 70.
Yeah.
And so if I do have to do something specific like a face or whatever, and I need to get in because the pen strokes aren't loose enough because of the digital restriction, then 70 is as far as I go. Okay. And then I insist on zooming back out again to draw the rest of whatever I'm drawing. Otherwise you get lost in the detail and it ends up being so difficult to see in print anyway.
Yeah, and I tend to get like quite obsessive with my style and the details and shit. So like what I really need to do is kind of like find some time to work on like a short Lady Satan story and say, right, I'm doing this pencil and paper so that I can get like a little something out and buy myself a bit more time to work on this fucking book. I mean, I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong. I love working on this book. It's a story that I'm very passionate about. But time just keeps going on, and I'm like, I want to have it done so I can.
You want to find yourself somewhere where you can put it into an anthology, like that 77 comic. That's like a 2000 AD thing.
Yeah,
that was over on Kickstarter. I got one. Got issue 2, and it was quite good.
Well,
And then, of course, I don't know if Only came out on a Wednesday is still going or not. Did Peter stop that?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to have to double check that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's funny that you mentioned anthology, because for quite a while I've thought, well, maybe like one thing I should do is do like an anthology where it's like a short story, one for each one of my characters. And then I realized, hold on, it'd be like that fucking thing. That's a lot of work to do. And then I thought, oh, maybe I could do a Lady Satan one. And then I didn't really think about it much until C.B. Smallwood brought up his Wildcat anthology. And I think he mentioned something about EVS doing a Cyberfrog one, and I was like, oh, I don't want it to seem like I'm jumping on the bandwagon, but it does sound like a fucking good idea.
No, do it.
Yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. Like, I really enjoy writing shorts, but I also I enjoy it because it's quick. I know that like within a week, if I clear my schedule for a week, I can write a pretty solid short. But it's not the same as when I sit down and write a character-driven piece and I don't really think too much about the page count or the length or whatever. Like, there's something about that like just really ticks all the right boxes for me.
Yeah.
But hey ho. So now we got that out of the way.
Uh-huh.
You know what the question is, Russ. You know it. Russ, please tell me what the fuck is grinding your gears this week?
The whole of the Western world. It's all gone crazy, isn't it? It's all completely fucking bonkers.
I'm getting to the point where I'm wondering if it was ever sane.
Well, no, it never was. No. It's what none of us realize is that we're all in the asylum.
Yeah.
From the second you're born, you're in the asylum.
Yeah.
And all the crazy things that everybody does is just like, well, that's what you do.
Yeah.
So everybody thinks that all the mad stuff that we do every day, like all you need to do is just sit down and watch Top of the Pops from 1985. Okay. And think, if I was an alien watching this, what would I think? I'd think they're all fucking mad. I'm not going to land there. No wonder we don't see any aliens. They come here, they look at our television, they look at our politicians, and they go, fuck that for a game of soldiers. And
well, not just that. All the ones that have tried landing here, they always seem to land in certain states where they seem to think the best way to greet an alien is with a gun.
He shot at me with his laser eyes, and then he picked me up and shook me like a dog. Why is it? Why is it that people who get taken away by flying saucers normally wear dungarees? I don't. What is it about that? I don't know.
And they have names like Moonshine Molly.
To be kind to all those abductees out there, it's real to them.
Yeah.
So but yeah, the whole world is an asylum effectively, and it's got really heated recently, hasn't it? And you just watch the news and you watch what's on YouTube, and you just think, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with everybody? Why is everybody so angry? I don't know. I don't quite know why everyone's so uptight. But so it's difficult to pick anything out that's ground by gears because, I'm still part of the asylum. So there you go. Aliens only come here for roadside picnics.
Well, let me ask, did you hear about the little controversy going on with Jake Parker and Alfonso Dunn?
No.
I've only heard about it recently. I don't know if it is a recent thing or something that I'm just fucking late to the party on, which is more often the case.
I don't even know those names. Sorry.
Okay, right. Jake Parker is the dude who came up with the idea of Inktober.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. I have heard of his name. Right. Okay.
And Alfonso Dunn did this book called like How to Pen and Ink Drawing, something like that.
Alfonso.
So I kept seeing his book pop up on Amazon, and I've always thought about picking it up because it looks like a really fucking decent book and all that. Well, basically, this Alfonso Dunn, he's discovered that there's an Inktober book coming out from Jake Parker called Inktober Every Day of the Year, or something like that. And it's basically a book teaching you how to do pen and ink drawings. And he thought, okay, I'll check it out. And he is now claiming that Jake Parker has plagiarized his book. And he did an hour-long video where he was like, okay, so here's a page from my book, here's a page from his book. Notice the similarities.
Oh shit.
Yeah, now the thing is, I was the fucking idiot that watched the whole of the hour book, the hour video, when there were plenty of people who did a fucking condensed version where they cut out a lot of the fluff and shit. And look, I believe that Alfonso Dunn believes that his book is being plagiarized. There were so many points in his video where I was like, yeah, I see it there, but I don't see it here. And the question I have to ask is, if you really 110% believe that Jake Parker has plagiarized your book, why are you making a video rather than going to a solicitor or attorney?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like if I thought someone was plagiarizing one of my books and that it was proper copyright infringement and it was doing me out of a couple of pennies that I could use to buy a beer coke, I would go see my solicitor.
They'd get a cease and desist in the mail.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be doing a video about it. I'd be sending a cease and desist.
And here's the other thing. Jake Parker's book isn't out until the end of September. Right? So he's literally going by the preview images on the Amazon listing. And I think Jake Parker did like a real short video on Instagram where he literally flicked through the pages real fucking quick. So he's using that to compare everything. But nothing's final until the book is in people's hands. And not only that, the subject matter is pen and ink drawing. There's only so much you can say about that subject matter.
I was about to say, there's only so many ways that you can use your hand and some ink, isn't there? There's only
exactly. It's like if you did it's like, let's say you did a self-published how to draw book, and someone said, oh look, he's plagiarizing How to Draw the Marvel Way. Well, there's only so many ways to fucking draw. There's only so many ways that someone can say, draw a circle. You know what I mean? So,
well, I mean, the book, for instance, the book that we did was actually in some ways an homage to that original thing anyway.
Yeah, that was through Hatchet Press, wasn't it?
Yeah, Hachette, and it was Marvel as well. But it's effectively an homage to that old book, but in an easily marketable chunk that they could make more money out of. That's the bottom line. But you're always going to have crossover, because whenever you teach art, whenever you show or teach art techniques, there are only so many ways. So like karate, like martial arts, the reason that so many martial arts end up looking like each other at the end is because there are only so many ways that you can move a body, a limb or whatever, and do damage with it. That's the bottom line. So it's a similar thing. I think also it does disturb, like you're saying, does disturb me that he's jumped on this before it's actually out. I would want to see it out in press, okay, and then I'd sue them for the money that I was losing. If you stop them from getting it out there, what are you doing? You know, even if you're right, if you're stopping them from putting it out there before it gets out there, you're going to lose some people on the way.
Yep.
You're going to cause friction, and some people won't believe you, and some people will. But if you leave it, see it come out, have a copy of the book, put it in a solicitor's hands, and they go, go get him. Then you send a cease and desist, and he's bugged.
Well, funny enough, Stinch is in the comment section. He's written, I commented this on Dave Hingley's channel, and I said that artists don't have a monopoly on teaching inking techniques and tools. And he also added, Parker was set to release the book tomorrow, but it was delayed. Now, I'm not sure why that is, why it was delayed. All I know is, like, it's really hard for me to comment on the plagiarism thing if I haven't read either book. So what I did after, like, watching that fucking hour-long video, and seriously, like, I'm sure Alfonso Dunn's a nice bloke, but, dude, cut your fucking video length down. Trust me, right? So what I did is I went to Amazon, and I got my credit card out, and I said, right, I'm pre-ordering Jake's book, and at the same time, I'm ordering Alfonso Dunn's book, so that once they are both here, I can look for myself and make my own opinion up about it. I think that's all anyone can do. But like Stinch has said here, artists don't have a monopoly on teaching inking techniques and tools, and I 100% agree with him. And Stinch has also said same thing could be made against Dunn for ripping off Arthur Guptill's rendering in pen and ink from 1937.
There you go.
So all I have to say to that is there's a great book out there by, is it Austin Kleon, called Steal Like an Artist. I highly recommend everyone to get that fucking book. It is one of the easiest reads. And trust me, if you're one of those people who's like, oh, I don't want to plagiarize and this, that, and the other, and I want everything needs to be 100% original, you will read that book and go, oh, I can fucking chill. I can chill and just make the shit that I want to make. It takes such a huge fucking weight off your shoulders. And it states things like what Stinch has just stated in the comments. Now, on top of that, we also have, that's the wrong comment, let me see. Captain Fuckhead says, would you like to read it?
Russ lacks imagination. Fancy a game of black ink octopus.
And he also says, karate is the bottom line before Russ Leach says so.
Damn straight. It is. Yeah, it is. Don't diss karate. Just thinks I'm in the WWE.
Oh, yeah. Come and get it.
We have 3 minutes.
3 minutes in the ring.
You're mine. And Stinch has also said, hope that Alfonso isn't done for. He's a great guy. Look, I don't know either of these guys personally. I can only go by what I've seen like online of them. And I'll say this about both of them. I'm sure that both of them are great guys. I'm sure if I sat down and had a beer with each one, either together or separately, that I'd walk away going, oh, they're pretty nice guys. But the impression that I get from of Jake from his videos, I don't seem to like him.
Oh,
like I said, in person, he might be a really nice guy, and I might be like, oh, this guy's dope. But from his videos, I'm just like, no, I just don't like you. And I don't like some of the information that he puts out there. I think a lot of the art information he puts out there is going to be really helpful for people. But there was one video where he started talking about storytelling and writing a story, and I was like, oh man, you need some lessons.
And you're the man to give them to him.
Well, I do like to try. But then again, he could probably watch one of my videos and think this guy doesn't know shit. And Alfonso seems like a nice guy, but once again, like there's nothing about his personality in his videos that makes me go, I really want to hang out with that guy. But like I said, until I meet them in person, I really don't know. I'm just assuming shit. What else we got here? Tony says, I could imagine Russ in a tight suit with his pecker poking out.
He's got an amazing imagination.
It's a disturbed imagination, I can guarantee. And Captain Fuckhead says, I'm not getting in Russ's ring. He can keep that to himself.
Too much talk about my ring.
And Stinch says, Jake's an instructor, but Alfonso presents it way clearer. Okay.
Fair enough.
That's cool. And Stinch also says, and Dunn is a chemistry teacher. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. And apparently he spent like years working on his book, from what I've heard.
Oh, okay.
So, if I was him and I thought someone plagiarized me, I'd be pissed off too. But like I said, my first thought wouldn't be, let's make an hour-long fucking video.
No, that's like this. I'm not casting aspersions on those two people. They are what they are. I don't really know them at all. I know one barely by name. But the whole idea of doing this in the court of public opinion is very much a Twitter thing. It's very much when my feelings are hurt. I mean, like I say, I don't know this guy from Adam. Okay,
exactly.
He may well have absolutely a 100% solid case. If he has, then don't do it on YouTube. Do it through a solicitor. Do it through a lawyer. Whatever. Get the guy to stop. Don't do this backwards and forwards on YouTube and Twitter, and he said, she said, we said. Well, that's just
Absolutely
no way to do it. And actually, as several cases recently have shown, if you do that kind of stuff, you're more likely to lose.
You're not just more likely to lose, right? If you do a video saying, oh, you know, fucking Lucifer Storm's fucking plagiarized Only Death Can Save Us, what a shithead, right? And then it goes to court and you lose, I can then turn around and say, well, I'm going to sue him for defamation.
Defamation, because you've done it. It's out there.
Yeah,
so just,
exactly. The proof is fucking there. And, you know, look, if either of those guys wanted to come on this show, I'd have them in a heartbeat.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I would like to get to know that. That's one of the great things about doing this show is we do get people on there. It's like, well, you know what? I don't really know these people. I've only seen their YouTube shit, but now I get to know them. I get to have that conversation. And I think we've been so fucking lucky because every guest has been fucking awesome.
Yeah, every guest's been diamond. Yeah, absolutely diamond. Yeah. And we've got some corkers coming.
Oh, haven't we just? I've been messaging some people. I'm waiting for responses. But like I said, the man in the chat, Stinch Whackbacker, should be joining us next week. And then 2 weeks away from that, we've got a mad lad, an absolute fucking mad lad.
Off his trolley. He's a fantastic man. And I'm looking forward to him coming on, definitely.
Yeah, we're not going to say who it is yet. We're going to fucking tease you, but he is just
dangle that one.
Man, he is a fucking character and a half. I can't wait. I'm going to need like a nap afterwards.
Yeah,
once it's finished. He's got so much energy. What do you mean, May?
To keep up. I'll be sniffing them out of Jeremy's ass.
Jeremy will be absolutely fine with that. Absolutely fine. And then he'll be going, hold on, I remember those comments left on the fucking videos.
Yeah,
were they all Russ?
They were all me in disguise.
Oh, right. Well, I guess we better move on to the next section. What have you been reading this week, Russ?
Well, do you know what I got in the post, which I showed our guest on Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
I got this.
Awesome.
I got
you did
I got this. This is the second one.
The second one.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I remember you doing like a review video of the first one.
I reviewed. I think I gave it like an 8 out of 10. And that was a purely bias on the art because the art isn't really my kind of thing. But it's really solid and it's very well put together. And the book is lovely. I did actually ask him today about his spec on the cover and the paper weights, actually, because I think it's done so beautifully. Once again, overall, it's a fantastic package. I don't know if it's still on in demand or not, but if you get a chance to get the 2 books, buy them because they really are they're good books. And I read the story. And
whoa!
I read the first one. I haven't read this one yet.
I was about to say, hold on. You say every week I don't read it. I just look at the pretty pictures.
I read the story in this one, but I haven't read the story in this one yet. I've just looked at the pictures. And again, same artist, so it's like I say, it's not necessarily right up my street, but again, solid performance, excellent storytelling, a couple of really lovely splash pages, wonderful cover. It's got spot UV on this one. It's really, really
nice.
And then he doesn't fill the whole book with that. Like as he was saying, he's got some prose in here with some lovely illustrations, actually. Some really different stuff. This is cracking, this page. Look at that. I'm going to have to read the prose on this. It's like a rat being experimented on and turning into some kind of monster, and you got almost like a Daredevil kind of character in the back there, and this is lovely. That's a nice image. There you go.
Oh, nice
image in the back there. So it totally. Clint Stoker is a class act, and his books are class acts as well. Definitely worth buying to keep in your collection. Those all look really nice in my collection, and he's even look at that. He even had the foresight to match up the spines and get the 1 and the 2.
Oh, fucking nice.
So I'm impressed. This guy's in it for the long haul, and really, really nice book. So
I'm telling you, man, he's got like a good career ahead of him.
Again, and when I say 8 out of 10, that is we're not talking stupid games marks. Okay. 8 out of 10 is a fucking excellent book. I mean, like, you know, 9s, nobody gets a 10 because 10s are stupid. Right.
Yeah.
9s are like Killing Joke. You know, you know, they're just up there stuff. This really is a solid 8. It's a good book. And I would also put, for different reasons, okay, things like Jawbreakers in there at an 8 as well, because they're good fun reads, and I did read those as well. But the artwork on them is excellent. So, and that's why I buy most of those books.
Yeah,
is for the artwork. But yeah, definitely Downcast books worth buying.
Fantastic! I can't believe this because you've read one of those books.
Yeah, but it was a while ago.
yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that normally, right, this is the 19th episode. Every episode you said, like, I didn't read it. I looked at the pictures. Right? And I'm normally the fuckhead who turns up and says, well, I read it. And this week, you've talked about something that you have read, and I'm talking about something that I didn't read. I just looked at the pictures.
Yeah, look at that. Serendipity or what?
Because that's kind of the point of the book that I'd like to share with you. It is the art of Frank Miller's, Frank Miller's The Art of Sin City.
Oh, you bought a 10 to the party.
I did.
You brought a gun to a knife fight, and I'm sure Clint wouldn't mind me saying that. Oh, Jesus.
Or not to get like topical or political or anything like that. I bought a gun to escape. No, I bought a skateboard to a gunfight. And just all right. There's a lot of stuff like this where it reprints pages from Sin City, which is fine by me. I love the Sin City books. Beautiful. I recently reread Family Values. Which is a great fucking story, but there's stuff like this, some of the sketches and penciling that he did, especially for when it was being serialized in Dark Horse Presents. I believe was it like issue 50 that this came out? I can't remember. I'll have to double check. And just there is some gorgeous. There are some bits where you're like, hold on, how did he get from A to B? Like, prime example, how did he get from A to B? Because you look at that. Sorry, you look at this. No, hold on, this one.
Yeah,
and you think, how? Like, you look at that and you think, no, there's no way he could get to this, but he fucking does. Yeah. And it's fucking insane. And like, it's just it's a great piece to have as a comic book fan.
Yeah,
and it's a great piece to have if you're an artist.
Yeah,
because there's so much good reference stuff there. Oh man, it's just
got this stylistic vision, isn't he? I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's like stuff like Hellboy as well. Mike Mignola. There's just this stylistic vision that they have.
Yeah.
And you can just, the way that you showed that, I mean, that was a fantastic way of showing it there with that, you know, so he'd put in the boobs and everything, and he'd got some quite solid anatomy as far as ability is concerned, that sometimes when you look at the Sin City pages, you think, well, what? But that it was there. And then it's almost like you could see him thinking about, where am I going to put the blacks?
Yeah.
Where am I going to put that big black panel? And just amazing transition from the sketch to the final art.
There are certain pages in the Sin City books where you can see that Miller is really focused on making the lighting as correct as possible.
Yeah.
And then as time goes on, he's like, let's worry less about it being correct and more about it being cool.
Yeah.
And there's loads of like double and triple lighting that really shouldn't work, but it fucking does. It's insanely fucking good. And for like anyone, because I've mentioned a few times outlaw comics, anyone who's like, hold on, what is an outlaw comic? Sin City is a prime example of an outlaw comic, just like Preacher is. That they're probably like the more commercial books that are considered outlaw comics. Sin City, just fucking, I love it. Absolutely love it. I probably reread those books once a year.
It's pure style, isn't it? That's what it is. It's pure style. So you're generating the you're generating the passion or the interest for the story of the book from the artwork.
Yeah.
And then the story brings you back to the artwork via the curveballs and via the journey that the story takes you on, which is exactly what comics should be doing. Even if they're kind of like, mainstream Jim Lee artwork, it should be like you should be completely taken and held by the artwork, and then totally beaten to your senses by the story. And it doesn't have to be like this impactful story. What I mean by that is that you're taken in by that artwork, and the story just sucks you in even further.
Yes.
To the point that you start appreciating the artwork in a slightly different way by the time you finish the story. It's a very sort of cliche, esoteric way of looking at it, but it's true. It really is. It's the way comics should be read, the way they should be made as well.
Miller's work is a prime example of learning the rules like a pro and then break them like an artist. Because when he was working on stuff like Daredevil, he was following the rules. With Sin City, he pretty much broke every single fucking rule you could think of.
Yeah.
And like one of the biggest rules is like you don't have a double splash page followed by a double splash page. Yet you read That Yellow Bastard, and he does that so many times, and it's so fucking effective. And it's definitely something that's made me look at Lady Satan and go, all right, I've followed the rules so far. I need to start fucking breaking some. Because it's so what if you can do it and it makes the book better, fucking do it. And that's what Miller's done here. It's insane. And I heard a rumor, I don't know whether there's any truth to it or not, so please take it with a pinch of salt. But I heard a rumor that the reason why he made the Sin City books is because obviously he was getting involved with Hollywood. He worked on RoboCop 2 and 3, if I remember correctly. And Hollywood fucked him over big time. And he had such a hatred for Hollywood that he was like, you know what? They want my work. They want to be able to take the books that I've worked on and turn them into movies and shit. And they fucked me over and they ruined the vision of the story and everything. The idea with Sin City was to make a book that could never be turned into a movie.
And they proved it.
And and then Robert Rodriguez comes along and makes the opening section to the Sin City movie, which is based on the 3-page short story, The Customer's Always Right. And because Rodriguez wanted to make Sin City, and he's like, but I want Frank Miller's approval. So he went to Frank Miller, showed him what they had shot, and that made Frank Miller go, yes, make the fucking movie. Please make the fucking movie. And Frank Miller even has a cameo in the Big Fat Kill? No, it's not the Big Fat Kill. It's The Hard Goodbye, the opening story with Marv.
Right.
And it just, I love the movie as well. I don't like the fucking second movie. That one can kiss my ass. But the first Sin City movie, fucking loved it.
So you felt like they nailed it?
Yeah, with the first movie, I really felt like they nailed it. Like there were certain little segments that they cut out that they later put in for the DVD and Blu-ray release. So with the Blu-ray, you get 2 cuts. You get the first cut, which is what they released in the cinemas stuff. The other cut, it takes all the stories and makes them their own short film. And each one, there's certain bits that are in the book that weren't in the theatrical cut, but they did film them and they put them back into those stories and stuff. So yeah, if you haven't seen the Sin City movie, I would recommend watching the first one.
Only.
Just the fucking first one. The other one, like I said, it can kiss my ass.
Okay, there you go.
Enough fucking said.
Enough said. That's the end of it. Good night.
That is literally the end of it. Unless there's anything else you wanted to talk about. Maybe you want to promote Only Death Can Save Us a bit more, because that's happening tomorrow.
It's happening tomorrow. I have a quick sneak peek?
Yeah, go on.
So let's see what I've got. Shall we? Let's see what we've got. I'll just have a quick look. Doobie do. Oh, yeah, I can show you that. Doobie do. Do. If I can find it. In my color. Color, is it? Color. Final color, more color, production color. I've got a fantastic filing system.
At least you have one. I fucking don't.
Yeah. This is the so if I share this now. This is the
oh, look at that.
I think actually the colors might be slightly different to that now. If I go and check it out, I think it might be that was the old preview postcards. There you go. That's better. That's the color it's actually going to be.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's the pattern. You see the edge around it as well. The sort of Celtic kind of aspect to it. So there's for those of you that are watching, there are 4 postcards actually, rather than just the one. But what I didn't want to do, and I got some advice on this as well, is I didn't want to just lay out all the stretch goals. Just put them out. First of all, it's like it's a good idea to have the stretch goals in mind so that you've got them to give to people if they do want to, support you. But you don't want to like make it look like, oh, I know I'm going to get this much, so I'm just going to put all these stretch goals down, and it looks a bit arrogant. That was or I would hate to think it looked arrogant. So for anyone who's watching, who does see this later on, and they're thinking of supporting it, there will be more stretch goals. And the idea is that there are actually a set of 4 postcards. And some of the later ones, if I do get that far, which would be lovely, I've got a pin badge sorted out.
Awesome.
Of a little death. So, and I've also got Spot UV on the cover, organized if I want it. And then if I get to a certain amount, I'll even put an extra 5-page support story, backup story in as well.
Nice.
So there's going to be at least 20 pages. It's an 80+ page book. So it's at least 20 pages where there'll be pin-ups. There'll be stuff about the production and backup stuff anyway. So it's not a small book, but it's definitely a labor of love. And the artwork is coming on. It's really getting to where I want it to. So there's the poster.
I love that poster.
And then there's that panel.
Fucking excellent.
Looks a bit Kirby-ish, which is an incredible. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Which is an incredible compliment, actually, because that's kind of where I'm going to. That's what I want out of the book. I want I want that energy, and sort of fun that you get from those kind of books, like it's just it's a big cosmic punch up talking about cosmic things and being very cosmic and then getting punched again. There's far more to it obviously than that if you want to dig it out, or you can just enjoy it as a fun book, which is the way comics used to be, which is really the kind of the marketing angle on it. But hopefully people will enjoy the art, because that's really where I'm at. And like I say, Rick is doing a fabulous job of adapting the dialogue for me, and the dialogue is superb. It really is. He's following my stories, following my concepts, but his experience at shaping the dialogue is just amazing. It's coming out really nice. So punch me, Russie. What?
Stinch also said the hard goodbye around here are known as one-night stands. I am so looking forward to having Stinch on next week. That's going to be fucking awesome.
Going to be good. That's going to be good.
But seriously, man, like I said, everything you fucking show from Only Death Can Save Us is just fucking stellar. I haven't seen one bit yet where I thought, everything is just, this is fucking great, I want my fucking book. Like,
well, I'm up for the printing. It's supposed to go to print in November, which I don't see why it won't. And then I've got myself down as on all the tiers as delivering in January 2021. But there's no reason why a few people won't get their stuff before Christmas. But it's just I'm not going to mess around with the Christmas post. I'll just wait till Christmas is gone, and then that the first week in January, then I'll start getting everything posted out again. So people should be getting their stuff, fairly promptly. So
excellent, man, excellent. And seriously, I think you're gonna make a killing on Indiegogo with this one. This is exactly what people have been fucking asking for. This is exactly what people want. You're giving the reader what they fucking want. Like, that's just win-win to me.
Yeah, and but it has to be said, I've seen some fantastic stuff on Indiegogo of late. There's a lot of really good creators turning up there and producing some fabulous stuff. But that's how it should be. There should be a vibrant market. There's comics. There's always going to be people that want to buy comics. Comics are a particular type of medium. They're not just a kids thing. They're not just a nerd thing. They are a particular kind of entertainment, and they're a particular kind of literature. And it's not for everybody, but there's always going to be people that want those physical things, those books in their collection on their bookshelf, so they can flick through them and look at the art. And sometimes even read them.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes. But it's just so great to see such a vibrant indie community. I hate the word community. Indie industry, an independent industry, but working in the way that it is. So yeah. Oh yeah. The Mr. Captain for Hookerhead. The captain did a couple of pin-ups in colour for me. Actually, he did the colours.
Fantastic.
And I have got 4 pin-ups from guest artists.
Yes, I
which
saw.
Are fab, absolutely fab. I haven't seen Rob Willis's yet because he can't get his done until the middle to the end of September.
Right.
But I've got Amrit Birdie's. I've got Renzo Rodriguez's, and I've got Mike Emmerich. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you Renzo's.
Oh, please do, because I saw like a bit of Mike Emmerich's pin-up on Instagram, and I was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
It reminds me. It reminds me of 2000 AD.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I said to him today. Yeah, that's what I said to him today. It looks really smart. Where are we? He did me a whole bunch of sketches, and then he did this final one, which is gorgeous. Look at that. Can you see that?
Nope.
I'm not sharing. Sorry, I'm not sharing. Got to share my screen again, haven't I? Application. There you go. Share.
Here we go. Oh,
how beautiful is that? That's beautiful.
That is sexy in more ways than one.
Yeah,
that is fucking beautiful.
Bang up job. I'm looking forward to printing that just so that I can have a copy of that. In a frame. It's just beautiful. And I'll just quickly show you Amrit's as well, because
those textures are fucking sick.
Really nice. Amrit did a color one as well, so the color one will be going. This is so anime, it's fabulous.
Oh, nice!
Really nicely done. It's just lovely.
Really nice.
So
fuck.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to color Rob Willis's and Mike's and Renzo's in sort of pop colors, like I'm doing the rest of the book. But I'm going to use his colors, Amrit's colors, for his. But then all of them will be optioned, available in the tiers as black and white prints, A4 prints, so that you can enjoy the inks.
Fantastic.
and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Rob can do, because he's a stunning artist. So
oh man, like I said, everything you're showing me is just incredible. And my main man Tony has said Jeremy will be having a Tommy tank over that.
he certainly will. Yes.
Jeremy does that to most things, but no, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there.
I think Jeremy is an equal opportunities employer when it comes to sexual actions.
When it comes to sexual harassment,
he'll harass anyone.
Jeremy
sniff the coke out of anyone's crack. You don't care.
That is Jeremy down to a T. Like the other day, fucking Jeremy was down by the bar, and one of the bar guys here, Paul, he had to get on a stool to get something off a high shelf. He said, Jeremy, if I fall, you will catch me, right? Jeremy said, of course. Paul fell, cracked his head on the bar, and Jeremy just laughed at him. Because that's what Jeremy does. That's the last thing you fucking expect. But anyway,
he's not a cum sock. He's a cunt sock.
He is. I like that. That should be his t-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, it's that time to wrap shit up, because we are done for this week. But we will be back next week at the usual time, same bat time, same bat channel. Except. It won't just be Russ. It won't just be me. It won't just be Jeremy, and maybe some more comments for Jeremy. But like I said, we will be joined by the main man, Stinch Whackbacker. And I cannot fucking wait. That's going to be so cool. But anyway, that's it for this week. Russ, do you want to let people know where they can find you before we get the fuck out of here?
Certainly can. Back on it again. You can find me on YouTube as Comicbook Blackbelt. You can find me at russleach.com, comicbookblackbelt.com. You can find out more about my book, Only Death Can Save Us, at onlydeathcansavus.com. You can get a link to the pre-campaign there. You've got until tomorrow afternoon sometime to sign up and get yourself a free sticker with any campaign you back in the future of the campaign, because it will be live tomorrow. And then I'll be appearing on multiple shows tomorrow. I will be on Wise Guys. I will be on Rotten Glory. I will be later on in the evening. I will be seeing the man himself, Michael Bancroft, as well as Marshall Lee. Yes, I'll be on all those programs. I will get no sleep. And Lucifer will be joining me about 9 o'clock on my channel. And I'll be live during the day at some point or another. I'll make sure to give you the idea about when that will be. You can also find me on the Twitter, on the Fleecebook. You can find me on the Instagram and on the Parler. That's it. You can find me on all those places. Talk to me.
And links to Russ's YouTube channel and the campaign for Only Death Can Save Us on Indiegogo. You can find links to those in the description box down below. I am determined that we are going to get Russ's YouTube channel up to 1,000 subscribers, because it's
that would be nice.
Criminal that he isn't there yet. He should have been there long before fucking me. And 2, I think we need to do our best to get Only Death Can Save Us to £10,000. I think we can do it. I think we can fucking do it, mate.
That would guarantee me a second issue straight away. There's no doubt about that.
So let's do what we can, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome. And you will find me either downstairs by the bar very fucking soon. But until then, you should really check out luciferstorm.com. And guess what? I am on things like Facebook and Instagram, but luciferstorm.com, that's the one I like to direct you at. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining on this. And on top of that, it's also great that you were here to watch this.
Yes.
You know, and
I go home and cry every week after this.
Oh, I cry before, after. One day it'll be during as well. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us, and we will be back again next week, same bat time, same bat channel. And until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Most importantly, though, stay awesome.
Be cool. Peace.